styrofoam, which now comes in grey. It's a brilliant material for doing display, shop display letters, exhibition letters, office, wall logos. At the moment I'm working with like a 2mm plastic, matte plastic. So cut letter, previously done either on a CNC polystyrene cutter or on a manual hot wire cutter. So put your letter down, draw around it. I'm using the 2mm at the moment. Actually, if I can get hold of it, I prefer the 1mm. It cuts much easier. Using a sharp scalpel. I generally do it in two, so don't go all the way through in one go. If you go in stages, it's less likely to slip and chop part of your finger off. Right, oh, two more to do. Get your letter. Now paint, normal vinyl matte masonry paint or vinyl matte paint does not stick very well to a plastic, nor does the glue, to be honest, because it tends to have a bit of a shiny surface. So solution is get some sandpaper, which is a medium grade sandpaper, some nice cheap sandpaper, and then just sand. You don't want a really rough sandpaper because it will leave scratch marks which are too deep. You can even use wet and dry, like a coarse 180 grit wet and dry on it. That'll do, just to take the sheen off so that the paint has got something to bond with. And on the back, get rid of that sheen. You can't see it on the camera, but the plastic tends to reflect the light, and once you can't see the light being reflected off the plastic, you know that you've got a good coverage. Right, you've got your letter. Now we get this glue. It's a contact adhesive glue, specifically for polystyrene. It comes in tins, and then we decant them into these containers. It's got a lid on it, which is cool because it opens up and closes. Put some card down, because if the glue gets onto your clothes or onto surfaces, it is a right pain trying to get off. Doesn't matter what the face is on this one because it's an A, so you can't do it in reverse. Right, get a squiggly bit of glue on. It needs to be on both surfaces of the styrofoam and the plastic. So right, okay, now you've got on both surfaces. Right, now I need to leave it for about 5 minutes before you put them back together. If you glue them together, with this glue and put them together and leave them immediately together, the solvent in the glue will melt the polystyrene, the styrofoam, sorry. It won't touch the plastic, but it will melt because of the solvent in the glue. So you need the solvent part to evaporate, because it's a contact adhesive, you need to let it until it gets tacky. Okay, back again. A few minutes have passed. The glue has pretty much gone off. The solvent has gone. We can now apply the Foamex, the plastic, to the styrofoam. It gives a nice smooth surface. Right. Okay. It's now ready for painting. To paint styrofoam or polystyrene, you use vinyl matte emulsion. I think you call it latex paint in America. Right, get the insides painted. Because it's grey, it's quite a strong colour to paint over. So we'll probably need about 3 coats. Okay, get a slightly textured finish when you paint with a roller. The texture is very fine, if there is any. Right, so that's, in fact, it looks like you can get away with one. Though, on the white, I think I might have to go over a few coats. And if you get an uneven finish at the end, you can always go over with a bit of wet and dry. I prefer wearing gloves as well, because you get paint everywhere. So 3 coats will be required, I think. The second coat tends to dry a lot quicker than the first coat. The edges just need 2 coats. Right. Right. What do you think? So here's the final letter in Arial Bold, 190mm high, in a vinyl matte emulsion. The Americans call it latex. Painted in a purple using styrofoam and faced with 1 or 2mm thick Foamex, which is a plastic. Great for events, exhibitions, shop displays, for internal use. Probably good for office signs and logos.